Ghost. Email. Playpen. Pinky promise.
'91.
What were you doing in 1991?
Ooh, 1991. I was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
And I just moved to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I had a cool haircut called Crown that did not look good, but I thought it was cool. It was just the bangs on a little strip and then flat up top and then the rest of my head shaved.
Not
like shaved to the skin, but like down to like a 1.
You should bring that back.
Oh, man, it'd be such a weird look now.
Fuck, I mean...
It's a weird look then.
Right.
Weird
Imagine
look
it now.
Yep.
I'm not sure even what I was doing at 6. I think my parents were divorced. I know that much.
Okay.
I was probably bouncing back and forth between Seattle and Sun Valley.
Oh, because...
doing my dad was still in Seattle. So we'd like 6 months there and then 6 months with my mom.
Oh, I didn't know you had some chunks in Seattle like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ballard? That's the name of it.
Ballard.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Ballard Proud. Is that the name of the place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ballard is, I just can't remember where it is, but I know it's a place.
It's over by Fremont. So if you keep on going through...
Is it a neighborhood or a city?
It's a neighborhood.
I think it's a neighborhood. Yeah.
So that's where... Yeah. I couldn't tell you exactly where, but that's what I was doing in 1991, in case anyone was wondering.
I was rollerblading and wearing Stussy t-shirts.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And drawing the Stussy S.
No Fear.
Oh.
I had a lot of No Fear shirts.
Man, what was my favorite? I'd see it everywhere. Me and my brother would laugh so hard. And it was about baseball.
Yeah.
It was like bottom of the 9th. 2 outs. Full count.
No fear.
Bases loaded. And it's like, no fear.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
I know. It makes me laugh so hard. Okay, so episode 91. We have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
You went down to Arizona, saw some shit, and then we'll talk about it on the show here shortly.
Okay.
Logan, the merch wizard, has come up with an alternate kind of abstract design for Is We Dumb. You can get on a t-shirt, get on a cup. Kind of that cartoony vibe. What would you
like that.
What would you call that style? I mean, I see the halftone blobs in there.
It's like poppy. Pop art.
Pop art? Logan, you're right there. Tell us.
You guys nailed it. That's what I would call it. There you go. Pop art.
Blobby pop art.
I like it. I like the really like bright, like what a lot of them like primary colors, but like neon versions of them. It's very cool.
Yeah, you got to go check it out right now. Head over to badmagicmerch.com or go to iswedumb.com and you can see that and all the other merch. I'm gonna pick that up. I like the variation of it. Little variety of something we definitely do not have in the store right now.
Yeah, good look, Logan.
So we got a lot of stuff on today's show, and we're going to get into it in just a second.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some of your shows down in Arizona and Tempe.
Yeah, Tempe shows were super fun. Worked on some fun newer bits. So that's always a good time. The crowds were great. And then my hotel was close enough to the venue that I just walked back afterwards. It's like that weird. Sometimes I feel weird about calling an Uber when it's less than a mile. Just because I know they're going to see like the fare, and sometimes you can wait a while because they're like, I don't want to just drive this guy $3 blocks.
Right.
Yeah.
$2.
And it was warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like super warm down there. So I was like, okay. And then I would walk through like ASU's campus, which that did feel a little weird because it's like party time, and I'm like, whose uncle is dropping some stuff off on campus?
Right.
Like I was just trying to look at my phone the whole time just to...
Where's your care package?
Right. And then I saw these guys at this intersection. I heard them first because there's scooters all over Phoenix and Tempe like there is in a lot of places, like the Birds and the Limes and all those things. But it sounded like a weed eater engine. Okay. And it was the same type of scooter that you would see like with a Lime or like the little Uber ones or the Birds or whatever, just the handles, and then where you got your brake and gas, and then just like a basic, like, I don't know what, basic scooter, I guess.
Yeah.
That you stand on. And kind of like a Razor scooter look. But these had like a little, must have been like, I don't know, 10 horsepower or something. Tiny little engine.
GoPed. Isn't that what they're...
Is that what they're called?
The tiny scooters, but they're fast as fuck.
Yeah, it was fast.
I'll look it up. My brother had one, and it was super... Yeah, it was very dangerous.
Okay, I bet it was.
Jumps on it, and we got hurt all the time on it.
Hilarious. I mean, maybe the engine's more than 10 horsepower, but it was like a small little... I mean, to me, it sounded like a weed eater engine. GoPed.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen... I can't think of the last time I saw one of those, but I saw there was...
Is that kind of what it is? With the weed eater engine on the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
GoPed Sport. I wonder how fast that guy goes.
I'll look it up. You keep on. You keep with the story.
They're cheaper than electric scooters. Interesting. And it was like, I think it was 3 guys, 2 or 3 guys. I think it was 3. I remember 2 for sure. But it was just a funny thing where like this cop was just kind of patrolling through campus. I don't know, just that's it. Just driving through, didn't have their lights on, nothing. Turns, and then these guys start like flipping the cop off and yelling like pig, and then maxing out their little GoPed scooters. Yeah, and it was just so sad. And it's like
sad.
And the cop didn't care.
Right.
Yeah, the cop they had their windows up, so it was like this weird fake tough guy, fake like I'm so fucking punk. I'm so punk rock.
If you're on a GoPed, you don't get to do that.
I know it's not
like doesn't have the same weight.
Nope.
As a dude on a Harley.
Yeah,
like that might be like maybe like okay, yeah, fuck pigs.
Yeah, if you got like a Hell's Angel
pigs, dude.
fucking leather cut, and you got your big ass fucking tatted up dude on your fucking Harley and driving down like fucking pigs because you've been in jail, 7 out of the last 10 years,
and then that brrr, like a
yep.
Okay,
and big ass guy that like the police is even like nervous to fuck with, but if you're 120 pounds on a GoPed. And fuck you, pigs. And you got a fucking man bun, right? And your voice sounds like you barely made it out of puberty. It's not. No one cares.
Oh man, yeah. And if you've ever been around a GoPed, or I guess anything that used like a weed eater kind of motor, you hear a weed eater going full throttle. That's what these things sound like.
Yeah,
it just goes.
They're just super annoying.
Just pins at the top.
Yeah,
not scary.
Not
very
scary.
Annoying.
Yeah, very like obnoxiously loud.
They go like 20, 25 miles an hour. By the way.
Oh, that's okay. So, because like usually like those bird ones, they'll max out at about 15, 16 is what those ones, because I love riding on those things when I'm around. So this is okay. Puts a little, maybe up to 10 miles an hour more. I mean, that's decent zip.
Yeah, it is.
And I bet it has some good acceleration. But it is one of those things, it's like the kind of person who's riding those around at night in town. It's like the same thing as those glass pack mufflers that people will get on like little 4-cylinder cars to make it sound like a fucking race car. And it's like, it doesn't make it, no one thinks it's a race car.
No one's like, wow,
what a cool race car. They just think, what a piece of shit.
Right. Yep. It's never that way. Whoa, where's the race car?
Yeah.
It's never my reaction.
I fucking hate those guys. I'll give them a pass. I think we probably talked about this before. If they're under the age of like
12.
If they're 11-year-olds driving that car. No, but if they're like under the age of like 21 even.
Okay.
I'm like,
that's generous.
Okay, you're still like you're grown up. And it's fun to be obnoxious.
Right.
But when you're like 30 or older and you're still in one of those kind of cars, go fuck yourself. Just drive it straight into a wall. Do the world a favor.
Do you know what I used to have in the back of my Camry station wagon?
What?
Well, first of all, it was like red velvet interior. I mean, just a sexy ass Camry,
nice.
right? And then in the back, I had 2 fucking 15s.
Amps? like to make your speakers bump?
That lit up in a glass case.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's so
and all I listened to was hardcore.
Yeah.
And so did everyone else when I was driving down the street. But yeah, like I thought that was fucking sweet. And then I think before I even got halfway through high school, I was like, what am I doing? And I just took them out and I
my God.
was like, this is fucking stupid.
I think I told myself, maybe on the show about this before, but I was such a, I mean, I'm still a fucking nerd, but I was more of a dork and nerd. Like when I was, and looking back, this is so fucking sad. I bought my aunt's, because it was so cheap. Used to be my grandparents, then I went to my aunt. It was a Chevy Citation, which is like a Geo Metro, which is no longer, the old Geo Metro hatchbacks are cool looking compared to this hatchback. It couldn't be more just weak looking. and on top of that, it was Robin Egg Blue was the actual name. It was a Robin Egg Blue Chevy Citation.
Yikes.
Such a fucking like, just like a mom, not even like a cool mom car. And I had some Kenworth fucking woofers, and like all my extra money went to like pimping out this car that you can't pimp out. It's not a pimpable car, and like the big ass preamp, and so I could like rattle the windows with the bass.
Yeah,
I remember the first CD I had to make the bass was Ace of Bass. So not like. Oh my God, just like, I saw the sign, boom, 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 boom. Like, it's shitty.
Where the trunk rattles, and it's always a good look.
So absurd.
Like inside it sounds fucking awesome, but outside all your shit's rattling and it sounds so dumb.
Sounds so bad.
It sounds so, like your car's made of plastic.
But then I did listen to some Eazy-E in it too. I went quickly from there to like the gangster. And I remember this kid, Jed Fitch, I was driving it through Riggins, like through like basically the whole town is a neighborhood. You can't get away from the neighborhoods on the main road. and him being mad at me. He was a kid a couple years older, and looking back, he was so right, and I was such a punk.
Okay.
And he was just like, dude, turn it down. Come on, man. He's like, turn it down. And
He's
I'm
an
like,
old soul.
Yeah, he's an old soul. And I was just like, fuck you, man. Just like fucking punk.
I saw the sign.
But looking back, I'm like, no, he's absolutely right. That was just, I'm waking up elderly people to fucking Irwin Center. Like, why?
Peeling out and shit.
Oh my God.
I forgot to add this one note, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
I used to hide my 215s.
Are you afraid of them being stolen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd pull the grocery cover over in my Camry, and you latch it on the back, and it covers it from the sun hitting your grogroceries.
Yep.
So I just cover up my amp with a little grocery hider, just to make sure no one broke in and took them.
It's such a funny thing that like I don't know if people are I don't see those as much I feel like now, but like when I was younger and when you were younger still, so
Huge
like 10
Yeah.
years difference, it was still there where that was a thing. As soon as you get a vehicle, you have to fucking put the biggest speakers you can, the loudest amp, and play it max volume.
You know who else was there 10 years later?
Who?
Ace of Base.
Ace of Base.
Fucking, he's still going.
God.
Gosh dang.
I just loved that was my initial go-to of like showing how my system could perform.
Yeah. Mine. I remember. Some Kill Switch album. It was so good.
Baby. Kill Switch Engage.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it was mixed was just like punch your fucking chest out. It was so much fun.
Ace of Base did not punch anybody's chest out. It wasn't even made for those. I just thought they were cute.
Yeah.
I was a nerd.
Okay, let's get into the show here and get our brains warmed up, even though they're already pretty warmed up. Let's just go to the question.
Okay.
We're all warmed up.
Okay.
Let's play it. The very super most important starting question. This is a combo between Gabriel and Zane.
Gabriel and Zane.
Would you rather have loud, annoying ghosts in your house
Okay.
or be met by a large group of heckling neighbors every time you have to bring the trash and recycling cans to and from the curb? And what types of things is the ghost being annoying about? That's what I want to know. Are you trying to sleep? God, go away. Ooh. Don't make me light some sage. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. I'll stop.
Come on, stop.
I'll stop. Jeez.
I'll stop.
Gosh, so grumpy all the time. You're working too hard, Dan. Just trying to lighten you up a little bit.
You know you're grumpy? Your penis is small. I see you in the shower. Stop! Go.
Anyway, see you later. And he's like he's out watching TV too loud. Like what kind of thing is an annoying ghost? Like instead of just like messing with doors, he's like slamming them on purpose. You're like, God damn! You're like, he laughs and through the wall.
And didn't say heckled?
Oh, that's the neighbors.
Oh, the neighbors
So you
are
have
heckling. The ghost is not heckling. The ghost is just being annoying.
They're just annoying ghosts that live in your house.
Okay. Annoying or heckled.
Or get heckled every
large
single
mob.
time you have to bring the trash and recycling cans out to the curb. Assuming that, let's just make you have to do it.
Okay, so I do immediately lean towards the just going ahead and dealing with the heckling neighbors because that's once a week. Once a week, you're taking the garbage out by the curb, and I feel like that's not going to be that intrusive to your life. Like
Do they get to hit you?
Ooh,
It says heckling.
It says heckling.
You
So-
stupid bitch!
Right.
Like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think it's just like verbal. I mean, because that would change it if they got to attack you. If once a week you have to fight off your neighbors to get the trash can to the curb.
Yeah.
Like it's a battle.
Like, honey, I'm taking out the trash. She looks over, you're in full football
Right.
gear.
That's
pounding your helmet.
I was picturing some kind of Mad Max, like dystopian fucking like weird armor, like that. Just some hodgepodge of like
Sword.
catcher's
Right.
mask, like cage. And then sword.
I'll be right back, I think.
Right.
Tell the kids I love them.
Like weird shin guards and things. But if it's verbal heckling, I think I could just deal with that. I think I could deal.
Man.
I mean,
There'd be
rather
certain
than a
times-
ghost,
Yeah,
it would be
yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, there'd be certain times that those hecklers, like that'd be really hard to deal with.
Yes.
Like you're, and I picture you're trying to get around it. So it's like 11 o'clock at night and you're like super quietly rolling your things down.
Yeah.
You just hear, "Hey, bitch!" Like from like a treetop.
Right.
Like, fuck. And then all the other treetops are like, "Yay, Dan, small dick." Fuck. And like all the neighbors are just waiting in their treetops to yell at you.
Oh my god, and especially for like personal heckling too, like you get like a new car and they're like making fun of that, or you're wearing a new shirt, or you put on some weight.
Her junior wife were fighting last night.
Right, exactly. You're having tension at home with her, and they just whatever it is, they just fucking add on to it. Somehow they know what you're dealing
All the
with.
personal details.
That would be especially infuriating. But then the ghost could have that too. The ghost.
Well, they're. I picture annoying either being they don't know that they're being like, "Oh, sorry,"
Yeah.
like they're eating chips too loud.
Right.
But they're not being mean. Like they're not being purposely mean.
Yeah, the ghost's not being mean.
No, he's either being like funny, annoying,
Yeah.
or he just does it. He's just oblivious to what he's doing is annoying.
Like he's just constantly making
sorry.
like fart noises all the time. You're like, oh, come on. I get it. It's not real.
Oh, sorry, I
It's
didn't
annoying.
realize I was doing that.
Trying to watch a movie. Just like all the time.
He's like a super intense part of the movie, and then he just comes through the TV screen. Ooh, God
Right.
damn it! Get out
Come
of the way!
on.
Ooh. He just goes back into the TV.
Showing up during sex, like any kind of like part that you don't want him. You're on the bathroom. He's there. Comes up out between your legs when you're trying to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming out.
Hey, I pushed it back in. And then
Pinches your nipples.
right. What type of ghost are you picturing? I'm picturing like a Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I was picturing Casper too.
Okay.
My mind went right to Casper.
Just like that classic fluffy cloud looking ghost.
Yeah.
Not a scary one.
Yeah, like a
super nice
flubber,
guy.
like Flubber Ghostbusters,
Right.
Casper, in that wheelhouse.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna deal with the neighbors just because of the time, and the only way I would pick the ghost is if it would maybe be kind of fun. Like if there was a time limit, if it was like you're gonna have to deal with one of these things for a month, then I might pick the ghost for the experience.
Right.
Just because I could write it out for a month. It'd be annoying, but I could do it.
That's a good point. Yeah, the forever thing about the heckling, like when I'm however old, like 70, 75.
Yeah.
I'm every single week,
Right.
at least twice,
Yeah.
your neighbors are there to heckle you.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to wear on me by the end.
Okay.
I wonder if I could do the annoying ghost thing. I'm not sure.
If you just acclimate to it, just get used to it.
I mean, I already have annoying fucking kids.
Right.
I just keep that going. I'm pretty good at zoning them out.
Right.
Why can't I zone out an annoying ghost?
God, I'm thinking about heckling neighbor. Like it would be so much worse if the neighbors like heckled not only you but like your wife and your kids. And like what if it was like one day a week every time you go outside, or 2 days a week,
Or every single fucking time
or every
you're outside.
single time? Then I'd pick the ghost for sure, easily.
Right.
If every time you went outside, like they heckle you the moment you step outside of your house onto your property until the moment you either step back inside or leave your property.
Right.
So you can no longer enjoy ever being outside on your property.
The angry paparazzi
Right.
trying to mow your lawn and they're just
God.
yelling at you the whole time.
Just heckling everything you
missed
do.
another blade. Missed another blade. Fuck. How many are there? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
At least three?
Yeah.
Three neighbor assholes?
Yeah, and I guess if you got like one, three, or if not four, if the person across the street counts as like a neighbor, or if there's like kitty corner, I consider like kind of like my direct people on each side, straight behind me in the back. But then there's also like in front,
crossing over,
and then kind of to the side in the front of each one, just because we see them when we go out the front door all the time.
Right.
So it's like there's 6 different houses that I feel like I see on a regular basis. That'd be a lot of people.
Yeah.
At least 2 people per house. So you got like 12 to 20 people,
Yeah.
like a mob, an angry mob heckling you.
But given the parameters of it,
Given the parameters of it,
I think I'm going to go with the hecklers.
Okay,
I think
okay.
I got to join you.
Yeah, once a week.
But man, that is a funny thought. I don't know why that ghost was going and just like this guy, man. He's a little one-liner before he gets out of there. Okay, let's talk about something dumb that you saw. Well, this was on a different trip, but we're going to talk about it right now in Dumb in the Wild.
Hit it!
Dumb in the Wild.
Have a look at this little beauty.
Because doesn't this go back to your trip to Hawaii?
Yeah, this goes
Okay.
to our vacation.
Okay.
When we went to Kauai, so it was on the plane is Lindsay and me and Kyler Monroe, and then each kid brought a friend, and then behind us, and it was a big plane, so it was a little ways back, and with the flight attendants, you couldn't see exactly what was going on because they were in between us and these people. But we heard from somebody who, it's pretty funny, somebody who was sitting near us, a friend of his was sitting back while this was going on, and we were getting text updates from this person. Like his friend would text him, like, here's what's going on. So we got like the gist.
Little reporter.
On scene? Yep, on the scene. Yep, exactly. And what happened was somebody didn't just refuse to put their mask on. They wouldn't put their mask on the flight. And it held up the flight between like 20 and 30 minutes.
Okay.
So they tried for a long time to get this person to just put it on. Come on, put it on. They wouldn't. So then we had to like taxi back to the gate.
Oh my God.
And then police came, and then this person was escorted.
They shot him.
They killed him. They shot him in their seat as a message to other passengers.
And duct taped him there.
Duct taped the remains there.
While he was dead, and then you guys went to Hawaii.
Yep. So, I will say everyone else, fucking A+ behavior.
They put a lay on him.
Oh my
a couple
God.
of Hawaiian lays over the top of this dead guy they've duct taped to a seat.
They fucking just write aloha on his forehead.
Right across his mask.
on his corpse.
Right.
They put a mask on there, right? That, and it was just a crazy thing where it's like, here's the thing on this: like, do I like to wear a mask on a plane? No,
Yes.
I do. No, I do not.
Yeah, who the fuck does?
I fucking hate it so much.
Who likes wearing a mask anyway, ever?
Forever.
Yes, and especially on an airplane.
And I've
Because
talked, and I've talked to flight attendants recently. Many of them hate it and really hate to enforce it at this point. And and I will say, it is super weird now to have outside of, I think, Philadelphia. I don't know of any mandates anywhere in the country right now. And I will say, when we were on this flight, I don't think there was mandates literally anywhere other than airports and airplanes, and maybe I don't know if there's another federal. I don't know if Amtrak would have it, but I think just like so
they ask you to in taxis.
Okay,
but then they don't even.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, and then you show up. If you're not wearing it, they just take it off.
Right.
But they'll wear it until unless you're
Uber,
like, don't worry about it. Yeah.
Uber still says, like, do you have it? I have not been in an Uber car with somebody with a mask for like probably a month or 2 months.
Right.
And they don't usually care. So it's a weird thing. I will say, like, I get being frustrated at the logic where it's like, what are we doing at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is keeping masks in this one area going to make a difference? And planes have great air filtration systems. So it's like, you're less likely, I would think, to get on a plane than you would be just inside a crowded restaurant or inside definitely like a concert. So it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
That being said, you have to know at this point. Well, you do know because they tell you to make it very explicitly clear when you get on the plane. It's a federal mandate and you're going to get in a lot of trouble if you don't. So it's just a weird hill to die on where it's like this person lost, I'm assuming, their vacation. Worse if they fucking live there. Even dumber if you're trying to get home. And you get fucking banned from flying.
Yeah.
Well, have fun on a long ass cruise.
Yeah.
To slowly make it to Hawaii.
On some freight.
Oh my
boat.
God. I don't even know how the fuck you would. I mean, there's got to be boats that go out there, but I've never. I know no one outside of someone going on like a cruise who actually has taken a ship to get to Hawaii.
Dude, is that even an option?
I don't even know if it's an option.
And I know people get their cars there, but I'm guessing you could fly a car on some big ass fucking plane.
I don't know.
I mean, military drops off Humvees out the back with parachutes.
I think cars are always taken on freight ships, but I don't think you
never
get
really
to,
thought about that.
I don't think you get to go on that. I've never heard of somebody being able to be a passenger. I mean, I guess maybe you could try to fucking lock yourself in the trunk with some water and some food, and just try to hide in the trunk for a week or two.
I'm trying to look it up.
I don't know.
Cruises to Hawaii.
But it's just that one thing I always think about when it comes to breaking laws: risk versus reward.
Yeah.
And because some people will like never break a law. I will break laws, but I always think like, okay, what are the odds of me being caught, and how much trouble am I going to get in once I am caught, compared to the joy of getting to do whatever I get to do to break the law.
And you mentioned that he was with a couple people,
And that's the thing. And they were wearing masks.
God, that would drive me. I would kill him.
I thought
wouldn't even
about
wait
that.
for the police to show up and shoot him.
I wanted the story there because there was two other people, and they weren't even wearing like the paper masks that a lot of people wear. They had, I don't know, for lack of a better term, custom ones. So I'm assuming they had no problem with it. So they show. Oh my! I don't know what I wanted to know the story so bad because I was surprised. Like, or maybe if there's other people in that party. Because if I'm friends with somebody and we're going to like I don't know, take a vacation over there in Hawaii, and it was they were all the same age. Early 20s looking, early to mid.
Okay.
And it was two guys and a girl. And so it was a guy and a girl had their masks on, and then this dude didn't have his on. And if that guy is like a friend of mine or even a brother, I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm going without you. Mm-hmm. Or if they have a house, let's say, and so you can't go without them, that ends the friendship. Yeah. If I'm like, dude, things just finally opened up again, we were getting to go on a vacation, and you fucking ruined it. Because you were being a baby?
At the very least, just be like, I need some space. We need to take a break.
Man.
This thing that we've been doing, this friendship stuff, like, just take a little pause button here.
I wonder if that's ended any like marriages or anything.
Oh, fuck.
I bet.
Have to.
Somebody being like, because the thing is, the consequence is not just you don't get to be on that flight. From what I understand, it varies depending on what the airline wants to do and what the.
And if you punch somebody and what you said,
exactly that stuff like that. But you get banned. You can get banned from that airline for temporary or permanent, or you can get in like federal trouble too and just get banned from all flights. That's so crazy to me to put in jeopardy the ability to fucking travel and to lose that trip, all because like I don't want to. Me neither.
None of us do. No one woke up,
fucking hate it
that day and said, "Oh my God, thank God I get to wear my mask today on the airplane on this 5-hour trip.
Right.
Oh, this could be great." No one says that ever. And what are you standing up for? What point?
Well, that's
what are you
the thing.
proving at this point?
Yeah.
No one fucking Just fucking shut up.
Right.
Put the gun. Like you're not being a hero.
Go protest in D.C. if it means that much to you.
Yeah.
Like, go protest. Write a letter to your congressman. Write a letter to your senator. Write a letter to the fucking White House. Being like, what the fuck are we doing? Post about it on social media. But to get thrown off, it's like that doesn't change anything.
No. Now they're just late for their trip to Hawaii.
Yeah, you just fucked it. You just fucking
made
ruined
yourself
it.
look really stupid.
And there's no way that guy's going at that point.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about it until we started talking, like how much, because I didn't think of it at the time, how much that would suck, what we were saying in the beginning, if that's where you live. God, I wonder if
Just
that's
never
happened
get
to
to go
anybody.
home?
I wonder if that's happened to anybody. You live in Hawaii, you take a little vacation on the mainland, you get a little drunk.
I'm sure.
You're trying to go back. You got some liquid courage, and you decide, nope, this is where I take my stand. And then they're like, well, yeah, but now you don't get to fly. Well, how am I going to get home? We don't fucking care.
Right? This is your choice, bud.
Not a problem. These are private. Yeah. Oh my God, that would suck so bad.
I guarantee, though, if someone came from Hawaii over to the States and they lived in Hawaii, they came over here, they killed somebody, and they don't get to go back home. Which are different circumstances, but they still don't get to go home.
I almost respect that more.
Me too.
Right?
Like, at least you did something.
At least you got rid of somebody you didn't like.
You just like minorly inconvenience people on an airplane with your mask stand. At least you got a mission accomplished.
Yeah.
I guess I'm there with you. I do respect that a little bit more.
I mean, it's probably a piece of shit, depending on what you did.
Well,
but
we don't know.
But yeah, what if they deserved it? Who knows? Who knows? That's what a lot of people don't think about with murder. What if, most victims innocent, but what if sometimes they were, what if it was quote unquote an innocent victim, right? Some serial killer kills some random dude.
Okay.
And that dude didn't do anything to the serial killer. But what if in normal life, that guy chewed with his mouth open and he didn't tip? And he drove a motorized scooter. Right?
In this scenario, I don't know. We're just gonna keep running with this. So, let's say you're on the airplane with this guy.
Yeah.
And he makes your airplane 25 minutes late. The mask guy.
Yeah.
And you have to go to Hawaii.
Right.
And you got to be right on time. And you got there late. And so you missed like your ride to this thing.
Right.
And then your friends, like, they left you. Your life starts fucking falling apart.
It's Ace of Base concert.
Right. It's Ace of Base concert.
It's a reunion concert.
You were going to propose.
I was going to propose.
And then you said, "This is the
Right.
last. Give me one more chance, baby. I won't be late."
Right.
And she's waiting for you at the Ace of Base show. And this asshole, so you just get back on
You had
the
a whole thing planned where you're
Right.
going to I saw the sign, and then the sign is
Will you marry
something
me?
ring. Will you marry me? Exactly. The back of the sign is will you marry me? Yeah, it's totally dependent. The joke only works if it's at this concert.
when they're playing the song.
When they're playing that song. And now it's all ruined.
You've already talked to the band. Like, they'll be looking for you.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Because it's a small concert. There's not that popular. You were going to see him in a small club. It was you and 30 people and Ace of Base. Ace of Base was 6 of the people. It was you and 24 fans and Ace of Base.
Right. And so you get there, and then he fucks it all up. You just get back on the plane. Then you fly back to the country and kill him. So and then now he doesn't get to go back home.
That's respectable.
Okay.
That's a good reason to kill somebody.
We pieced it together.
To get, yeah. Okay. I like it.
I'm
I
with
like it.
So that's the alternative ending.
Okay.
All right, so anyway, just don't stand up for dumb shit.
Yeah.
And make people late for what they want to go do.
Yeah, just protest in a different way if it means that much to you. But maybe don't get your friend's vacation ruined.
I like that. It's a good rule. All right, let's move on to Dumb Idiots. Logan.
Dumb. Idiot.
This was sent in by dummy Sarah.
Okay, Sarah.
A robber asked its victim to pinky promise not to report it.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good. It's a very short story, but just the visual of this is so funny to me. A reported robbery victim told police the robber made him pinky promise that he wouldn't call authorities after stealing $80 from him. The victim said the robbery happened near the Pit Stop gas station around 10:40 p.m. Sunday in Warren, Ohio. According to the police report, the 22-year-old man said he was walking along the road when he was approached by a man wearing a ski mask. He said the man asked him if he was a drug dealer, and when he responded that he wasn't, he said the robber pulled out a pocket knife and demanded money from him. According to the report, the victim estimated the robber took about $80 from him before making him pinky promise that he wouldn't call the cops. The robber rode off on a bicycle, according to the report. They did not get a good description of him because the robber, it was nighttime and he was wearing a mask. They checked the area and never caught him. So he got away.
So he did get away.
He did get away. And there's two different reasons this is funny to me.
Sorry, yeah.
No, one, obviously, the pinky promise.
Yeah.
The other one, the first question being, are you a drug dealer? I don't know. Because in his brain, it's I fucking am. That means you have a gun. I'm guessing he's just making sure that you're not going to kill him. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he gets his knife out.
Yeah.
He's not showing his cards.
Right.
He didn't come up with
Right.
a gun first.
That is funny.
All he had was a knife. He wanted to make sure he wasn't robbing some tough guy.
Are you a drug dealer? No. Okay, give me your shit then. That is funny.
That is funny.
And I like that the guy out there now somewhere, if he hasn't been caught, as long as he doesn't see this article, in his mind, guy kept his word.
Yeah, sure did.
So I wonder if he thinks it worked, and like he's going to do it again. Maybe there's unreported other instances where he's like, "Holy shit!"
Right.
Like he's telling his crime buddies, he's like, "No, man, I found the fucking loophole."
The fucking pinky promise murderer.
The pinky promise. It's like no one's ever done this before. I'm a fucking genius. All you have to do is if you get them to pinky promise. Then you're golden.
Right.
They won't call the authorities.
But he always makes him do the kissy thing on the thumb. Where you lock the pinky, then you have to kiss it and seal it up. Do it. Kiss it.
You gotta kiss it.
Kiss it. Okay, bye.
And he makes them, they have to show their other hand so their fingers aren't crossed.
Right.
Right?
A lot of rules here.
Yep, a lot of rules.
No eye rolls.
No eye rolls.
You got to be in this.
Solid eye contact. Pinky swear. Other hand held open.
Hold hands.
Hold hands. Hold hands so they can't cross your fingers. He has a whole system. And then he's like, man, I swear to God, if you get people to do this, I mean, how could they tell?
I've killed 14 people.
I've killed so many people. I've robbed so many people. And I've got them all to pinky promise.
I picture just a hectic ass scene
pinky swear.
in a bank.
Yeah.
You got one on the fucking floor.
Oh, and he has to go around to every single person. Oh my God.
Okay, line up.
Line up.
Everyone, get in the fucking line. And then he walks up and pinky promise me, you won't tell anybody. I promise. Thank you. And then like next. And he just like shuttles them out. He's like, I'm safe now. There's 40 people in a pinky promise line.
And then what does he do if he's doing this so often? He finally runs into somebody who doesn't have pinkies.
Oh.
Like they had some kind of accident and they don't have all their fingers.
And that's where he gets caught.
And that's when he gets caught. He's like, oh fuck. I have to fucking, or does he kill him?
Okay.
He has to kill them and then he has to go back to the line. That would suck. Is in a bank.
Right.
This guy, Mr. No Pinkies, is at the end of the line. He fucking goes through, okay, pinky swear. And then he's like, fuck, I gotta kill you. And then he kills that guy and he's like, oh shit.
Right,
now I gotta have to get everybody to agree not to tell on me for killing the No Pinkies guy.
Prior pinky promises are void. Get back in line.
Damn it. New crime.
Get back in line.
Same witnesses.
Jeez, God damn it. Thank you. Super aggressive because such a soft little touch with that pinky promise.
That is so funny.
I know. And then this next story, we've talked a little bit about, we don't like a ton of government overreach.
Right.
And I'm not sure if it was on this show or a different one where I've mentioned that, at least in Spokane, and this was a while back,
Yeah.
there was a period of time where the city had to pay back all of the fines that people got for running red lights. You remember this story?
No.
Like millions of dollars. Because they didn't, it was not the way that they did it was bullshit.
Interesting.
So they had to give back all this money.
We didn't talk about that here, did we?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
I have no idea. But this reminded me of that type of story, and it does drive me insane.
Okay.
So speed cameras issue more tickets in 2021 than Chicago has residents.
Holy shit.
Chicago speed cameras issued 2.81 million
Oh my
citations
God.
in 2021, sending more tickets to drivers in 1 year than there are residents in the nation's third largest city.
What a cash cow.
I know. One of these tickets went to Dr. Ramiro Gumucio?
Yeah. Gumucio.
Gumucio. His first speeding fine in 3 decades.
Okay.
He says, I'm a physician. I work with a lot of trauma patients that were in car accidents, so I've always been cautious when it comes to speeding. I said he lives in another neighborhood I'm not going to try, Sanganesh.
Yeah.
I found out by email I got my first ticket from the city last August for going 36 miles an hour.
I'm assuming in the 35 mile per hour zone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it basically goes on to say that for going 6 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, that's when you get like that $35 citation.
Oh, so maybe it's a 30 mile per hour zone. Maybe, okay.
Yeah. And then the speed ticket or the speed camera fines are up to $100 if you're past that.
Okay.
The amount of money, almost 2/3 of the $55.9 million came just from the $35 tickets.
How many million? Oh,
55.9 million.
Damn.
And here's a little numbers breakdown. And then later on here they compare it to previous marks. Like they crushed it.
Oh my God.
Isn't that wild?
$89 million total fines in 1 year. 89 million.
Fines issued per day, $245,000.
And I wonder what the profit on that 89 million was. Like, how much does it cost to put all those cameras in? And then how much does it cost to like send out the citations? I mean, there's no way that all of that is more than what, like maximum 20 million. And most of that's the cameras. And then they're paid for them.
And of course, the city is saying, it's about safety. But then if you look at the stats, that doesn't hold up either. Chicago streets in 2021. 20 more people died in crashes in Chicago streets in 2021 than in 2020 for a total of 167 deaths. Of course, COVID-19 lockdowns probably cut down on traffic deaths in 2020.
Yeah.
But there was only 108 fatal crashes in 2019. So the stats do not back up that this many citations are actually reducing accidents.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, I mean, it's such a crazy thing where it's like, okay, they didn't add a new law. I mean, technically you could get those tickets anyway, but it just changed like the human element because I mean, I have gotten pulled over so many times where I've just gotten a warning. And this pulls the warning out of it. You just automatically get the ticket. And it's like having so many more traffic cops around there. It's just like, I mean, this is one of those things where technically it's like they're not doing anything quote unquote wrong, but what did fucking dick move?
I know, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
And then there's also arguments about where they put the cameras because they, of course, put them in poor neighborhoods.
Oh, that's
nice
shitty.
of them.
That's shitty.
Yeah. There's some that are not, but like there's a good chunk of them.
If there's a disproportionate amount of those in like the poorest neighborhoods compared to the wealthy neighborhoods, that's so fucked up.
I know.
Just picking on people who don't have the means to like legally fight the tickets.
Yep. Pretty fucked up, huh?
That's super fucked up.
Super fucked up. And I remember learning about, is it in Australia where they have the speed cameras on the side of the road? Where
sounds familiar.
Like
yeah.
it'll just send you a fucking ticket if you go over the speed limit. So I think a lot of the freeways you just can't speed. Like that's it. And I hate that so much. I'm not like a speed demon.
Right.
I don't go fucking 80 miles an hour over the speed limit. But there are some times where I got to go 10. I'm gonna go 80 instead of 70 on this trip here because I'm fucking late.
Right.
Right. So I have the option to catch up whatever happened to put me in a late situation. Not usually late. But if I don't even have the option to do that, it's like, fuck.
I think about it like, I wonder what the happiness, like, they do those like happiness indexes, you know, like how these things affect. I was just thinking of a world where there's surveillance cameras, which sadly is probably going to be the world we're in before too much longer. But there's surveillance cameras and equipment just everywhere. And every time you commit any crime, you automatically get the appropriate fine for that crime. Like you can get away with nothing. There is just like monitors that they fucking monitor literally everything somehow.
That'd be awful.
Yeah, how awful. But like that kind of, like, would people actually be happier? Did they feel safer and like no one's doing anything wrong, or just miserable? And I think like I would say miserable because I would think about like in parenting. There are times when Kyler and Monroe do things that we know about that we just let them get away with, you know, and there are like, things where they'll just get like a warning, but they won't get in trouble. They'll get a talking to, but they won't get in trouble. Like it's pretty rare that like an actual punishment comes down that's, severe at all. But in this world, like the parenting equivalent would be like literally every time your kid does anything wrong at all, you give them a punishment, taking away their phone. It's like that really strict households. And I found, like looking in time, like a lot of the serial killers, it's crazy how many of them were raised in very strict authoritarian households.
Yeah.
And then they rebel so much more later. And just thinking about people I knew growing up who were raised in such strict environments and how they acted later. Like, I wonder how many people just fucking snap in those situations.
Yeah, of course. They have no outlet.
Yeah.
I
hate
picture
it.
the over fining with all the cameras.
Right.
You're sitting there and you're trying to eat a hot dog, and the wind blows like a napkin out of your hand and hits the ground, and like your phone's like bling. Like, fuck, it's like a $15 fine. Fuck, God damn it, you're chasing this napkin around.
Yeah.
All the cameras are watching you for petty shit. Jaywalking, and as you're halfway through the street, your phone's like bling. And you're like, shit, you pulled out $5.
Oh my God.
God damn it.
I would love some like vigilante group just to start destroying those cameras. Like destroy them at a rate where it's not financially feasible for them to keep replacing them.
It'll get there.
I would love that. I would love to see that.
There's I'm forgetting the name of the video game. I actually played a little bit of it, but like you're a hacker and you hack into all these different cameras, and that's how you kind of control the city around you. It's like Grand Theft Auto Hacker Edition. It's really funny.
Oh, that's cool.
Not funny, really cool.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah.
But that was not the dumbest thing I was able to find this week. We're going to do that right now with Apocalypse Pending. Are you ready for this story?
I'm ready.
This is top tier dumb. Woman arrested for car theft drove another stolen car to court appearance. You idiot. A woman was
that's
scheduled to make
hilarious.
a court appearance on Monday in Dublin. It's in Dublin, California, after being arrested for stealing a car. How did she get to the said court appearance? The 41-year-old woman, identified as Brandy Jones, used another stolen car to get to the said court appointment, get to a court appearance. Jones was on her way to East County Hall of, she's just on her way to the East County Hall of Justice. When she arrived at the Dublin courthouse, authorities determined Jones was driving a stolen vehicle.
Oh my God.
What the fuck? So Vegas took her to the Santa Rita jail, which is less than a mile away.
How
ridiculous. How dumb.
Nothing good's going on in her head.
Nope. But this does remind me of one of my really good friends when we were getting our driver's license.
Yeah.
And he lived a little ways out of town.
Okay.
He drove his car to the DMV to take his test to get his license.
Did it work?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yep. And he just parked a few blocks away and then got out and just walked down there, took his test, got his license, and walked up, got in his car, and away he went.
That's pretty amazing.
I rode my bike like a responsible person.
Okay. For your driver's test?
Yeah, my Mongoose probably was what I had back then.
Cool.
Little BMX bike up to take the test. Yeah, and he just drove his ass there.
Oh my God.
This is great. And if you know him, you'd like, yep, of course he did. Like, what, he didn't get in trouble? And not that I never got busted for this.
I guess when it works, you get a good story. Like that made me think about this lady in Dublin, where if she would have gotten away with that, pretty funny to tell her friends.
That's what she was thinking.
That's what she's thinking. The risk, I don't know, the risk is worth it. Clearly it wasn't for her, but kind of funny if you pull it off.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had to wait till I was 17 to get my driver's license. It sucked. Where we were living in Las Vegas when I was turning 16, like right when I turned 16, and there was something about like the way everything timed out and the way they did driver's education back then. I don't know. My dad, I was living with my dad, and looking back, like, I don't want to just like shit on my dad all the time. Like we get along great. But he just was so checked out of anything other than just the basic necessities. Like I had a roof over my head and I had food. But like looking back, I think he was supposed to like figure out like, hey, you should take you can take driver's training
Sure.
or whatever like that, or help and check in
anything
about
else,
anything at all,
hey, just a
other
little
than
check-in.
food and shelter.
Right, just a little check-in, please.
Yep, and that never happened.
Okay.
And so I didn't get it, or we were moving. It's either that or we were moving in the middle of when I would have been able to do that, and that kind of rings a bell. So I don't do it. Get to Idaho, and then in Riggins, it was so small, they had it like once a year. This person from like out of town would come and do the thing for the students. Well, I missed that window. So now I have no way to take driver's training until the very next year when I'm going to be 17. And then, and at 17, you don't have to take driver's training at that time to get your license in Idaho. But all my dad had to do was take me down to Nevada. Like, you could have driven down, it's a little bit long drive.
Yeah.
But we could have done like an overnight, like a weekend, and take a test in Nevada where then I could have, there was something where I could have taken it there, even though I didn't have driver's training. I don't know. I just remember I could have taken it there, but didn't. So anyway, I had to fucking just wait until I turned 17. And then I thought, and looking back, which I think is kind of funny, he didn't like let me practice. Like I take my kids out, like that, and practice them around. We did that once when I was like 13.
He's like, you got it.
You got it. You're good enough. And then just wait 4 years and then hope you remember. And so I actually, like, I think the guy took pity on me because I think I technically failed the fucking test in Grangeville, but then he's like, you're close enough. And he just let me have my license. Like, thank God.
What if you killed somebody? Like, he's like, oh, okay, you shouldn't have gotten this.
And he could have denied it.
I know, but
I'd be like, yeah, but he let me have it.
But his conscience,
I know.
Think how bad that would be.
I know, that is crazy. And I did get, then right after I had it, the very first little thing I went to do, it was like some party where I didn't even drink because I was worried about getting in trouble for that. And so coming back from this like party up in like this creek down this dirt road, fucking driving to the ditch. Like, I'd barely had my license for like probably 2 days.
Nice.
And then somebody who was drunk pulled me out of the ditch because they drove just fine.
Danny, is that you? Oh shit, bro! I'll get you out of there.
Yeah,
Thank
a big
you.
ass fucking truck and pulled my little Chevy Citation out.
He's just hammered drunk.
Eyes on the sign. Just pulling that out as I go.
Pulling it out. Oh, he didn't even see your car.
I didn't see the sign.
He was coming around the corner and just heard like a like a super bass. He's like, "Fuck it, what's that? Is that Dan?"
Should have seen the sign. Slow down for the fucking curve, bro.
Right. I remember in the very first day. It was the very first time I got to drive around with my friends after I got my license. Dude, I will never forget this. Because I was one of the first. I was old for my grade.
Oh, okay.
So I was the first of our friends to have driver's license. Like 3 of us had it.
Yeah.
But anyway, now we don't have to ride the bikes anymore. So I was the guy that would I'd gladly drive you.
Yeah.
And we just loaded up. It was my brother's car at the time. So it was like a Subaru, white old Subaru, like an 85 or something.
Yeah.
And so everyone piles in, and we get up, and I turn onto on the main street.
Yeah.
And we're just driving. I'm feeling like fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And I put on my blinker, and I just like go to switch lanes without even fucking looking.
Oh.
And this car goes, and
Oh.
I was like, whoa,
shit.
like yank across, like get into the middle line.
Yep.
And then he comes up next to me, and then he's just laughing.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, like-
so they were pretty cool.
He probably saw like how like the gigantic overreaction with a car full of dumb kids.
Yep.
But yeah, very first turn I made with all my friends, they're changing lanes. I almost just went right into a truck.
I bet you were so much more careful after that.
Absolutely.
Like just that scare.
I'm just glad I got away with it.
Yeah.
Because if I would have waited a second longer, I would have just went right in front of him.
Man, what
Got
a
hit. Not a fun way to go about getting your DMV or getting your driver's license.
I feel like I know so many people who have stories of getting in a car accident within like a month of getting their license.
Mm-hmm.
I was so worried about that with Kyler, and then knock on wood, he's good so far.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Drive safe, buddy. Drive
Come
safe.
on.
Drive safe,
many-
drive safe.
How many wood knocks? Okay, well, we're going to move on now.
Okay,
1-star heroes?
let's do it.
Roll it!
I get no respect in real life. Always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. So going back here to places that I have been to. So this was in Tempe, Arizona, around the hotel I was staying at. I went to this place called Nectar Juice Bar, and I went to another place called El Pollo Supremo.
I will always trust a place called Nectar. I don't know
Nectar?
why. It just sounds, it's like, yeah, how could you fuck that up?
It's healthy. It's
It's got to
nectar.
be good. It's Nectar.
And it was good. Nectar Juice Bar was good. I mean, it doesn't have
course
the
it
best
was.
reviews.
Oh.
But it's like 3.5 stars, 29 reviews on Yelp. But also, I was thinking about how like it's right basically on campus, just surrounded by student housing, ASU. And I was like, I bet college kids are like pickier. I assume that. I bet like younger people, some of them are going to be like quicker to critique a place over like minor things.
Okay.
Is what my thought.
All right.
So I wanted to see what people said about it. I went there 2 different days actually and had a fantastic smoothie. I thought it was great, and an acai bowl. Vanessa P did not have an enjoyable experience, and she was just there a few weeks ago.
What's Vanessa saying?
Vanessa said, and this is why I chose this. I'll point out here in a second. But she starts off 1 star, continuously disappointed with the portions here. The bowls are $11 and should not be filled halfways. I asked for extra bananas and barely got any. Super disappointed. It's walking distance from my work and love it, but not prepared well at all. This is such a weird mixed message.
Right.
You go there a lot. You love it. You're continuously disappointed in the
Location. Couldn't be better.
couldn't be food delicious, staff great, but like continually disappointed with the portion. 1 star. Just stop going.
Right. Go away.
Like it's a weird. That's a weird thing for me.
Find another one. I bet
Yeah.
you there's another juice bar.
So many.
Right. Yeah. Of course there
Because
is.
because of that area, and the campus, and just like there's so many nice little spots. There is within a half mile, I would say 3 to 4 other juice bars.
Right. All right.
So you can, but that is just a weird thing. Like when people are like continually disappointed, just like stop going. Like why do you keep going back to a place that continually disappoints you?
Lets you down over and over.
Right.
One more try.
You know what the portion sizes are. And I went there, and to me, I feel like this is a younger person who maybe hasn't been to a lot of like acai bowl and they were very normal. I saw other people get their orders. To me, it's like yeah, that's what you get at these places. But Vanessa P, not having it.
Not happy with
Finally.
Yep. Halfway through.
Ryan C, Gardenia, California is where he's from. He's visiting Tempe, 1 star. I do not normally leave reviews, but my experience here was beyond awful. The cashiers were rude and unwelcoming. They didn't listen to me when I asked for options that fit my dietary restrictions, and they continued to ignore other patrons in the store. That's only mentioning the service, but that, all caps, was not even the worst part. The fruit is definitely not fresh, and I'm pretty sure I saw mold on some of it. Beyond that, my drink did not have the correct changes I asked for, and the cashiers did not tell me. I drank almost half the drink before realizing, but by then it was too late. Awful staff, terrible food, and dangerous work practices. Do not go here. This person
Okay.
seems dramatic to me.
The opening up that with I don't normally write reviews. It's like the kind of saying is like I'm not racist.
Right. Normally
But-
not racist.
I'm normally not racist, but
But here's what I think about Mexicans.
this is the Yelp version
What?
of that. Right. Exactly. Okay. Listen, I don't normally complain.
right.
All right.
Right.
Just say
You
it.
complain all the time.
Yeah, just say it.
And then what was funny. Oh, I like this sentence in here. The fruit is definitely not fresh, and I'm pretty sure I saw mold on some. That's just a weird. You either saw it or you didn't.
It's either there or not.
You saw mold. There's mold or there's not mold. This is nitpicky.
Like you're performing magic back there.
Right.
Like now it's there.
Now it's there.
Now
Now it's not there.
I swear I saw it.
Oh, I like it. Dangerous work practices. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, sounds like they're juggling knives.
Alex O, 1 star. I ordered the acai mango bowl, and it was very unsanitary. It looked like it was going bad. It was poorly blended. And to top it off, there were hairs in my bowl. That's right, plural, not just one. The employees were so rude, too. I've never even left a review before in my life until now. It's a shame that my experience here was so horrid that it prompted me to actually write one of these. Nectar is good. I go here a lot. But for the love of God, avoid this one. Edit. Just realize this is not my first review. This doesn't take away from how bad it was.
Of course it's not. We just established it.
I've never even left a review before in my life until now. JK. I think that's just so funny that the edit is like, who would have known?
Right.
Like, why would you just leave it off?
Quit calling me out, bro.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
He had to clear his conscience.
Like he was getting a bunch of shit where people are like, look at his review, then they're clicking on his profile. Hey, wait a minute. They find another, then they're messaging him somehow through it. And he's finally like, okay,
Liar.
all right.
Right.
I realize now this is not my first review, but it was still horrible.
He has like 600.
Right.
Okay, fine, you caught me. Ooh, good for you.
And I think it's weird that it's like, he didn't say like, maybe just a poor sentence structure or didn't write it right. But Nectar is good. I go here a lot. So maybe there's other ones.
Is it a franchise?
I'm not sure. It might be a franchise.
Arizona franchise?
But even if it is, it's like, well, then I go to other locations a lot. It just makes it look weird where it's like, this place is terrible. Don't ever go here. The fruit is sucked. There's hairs all over your food. Listen, I love it. I go here a lot.
But it's goddamn,
But it's fucking terrible. It's so that's just a couple people now that it's like, yeah, I go here all the time. It's fucking great, but hate it. And there's so many places to go around this area of Tempe. Francesca H. Last one here. This is just so dramatic. Not trying to exaggerate, but this nectar tried to kill me. That's how she opens it.
All right. Go on.
Not going to exaggerate.
I'm listening.
But they tried to kill me. I order a mango acai bowl, like all the time. And it's another person.
Don't do that.
I fucking come here all the time and it's fucking great.
I'm fine
But
in
they
real
tried to kill me.
life. If you say, I order the mango acai bowl all the time.
Oh, like.
In
But-
real
but
life.
you
But
write
if you
it.
write it out.
Like all the time.
Like all the time. Like
But I hadn't yet at this location. Like
yeah. I say like when I'm speaking quite a bit.
me too.
Right.
Yeah.
But never writing it like all the time.
While I was enjoying it, I bite into something really hard. I thought maybe it could be granola and something or something, but no. The nectar straight up served me plastic, and not just one piece, but 2. Honestly, could have broken my tooth, and I'm definitely telling my friends to never go here again. Okay, all right. They fucked up. They got some plastic. You talk to them about it.
Okay.
But again, I chose this one because too dramatic to start.
Wow.
They tried to kill me.
Yeah, this better be good.
They didn't fucking try to kill. They were like, there's that fucking bitch, Francesca,
Right.
who comes in here all the time and enjoys our sweet, sweet acai bowls.
Choke on plastic.
It's fucking choke on plastic and die, bitch. It's
I
like,
picture some kind of hostage situation. When you open with that, they literally almost killed me. Like, okay, I'm here. This better be good.
Right.
This better be fucking good.
No.
It's not.
Nope. You
Yeah,
hyped
I would
it
love
too
it if
much.
I was trying to pay and they grabbed me by my collar and yanked me over the counter. And like tied me up and put me in the freazer.
right.
And like now, okay, go
Now I'm
on.
like, okay,
right?
okay.
This is worth a 1-star review.
Worth a 1 star.
What'd they do next?
And I like underneath, one person found it funny. One person found it useful, one person found it funny.
You know who found it funny? Whoever put plastic in her fucking acai bowl.
That would be great.
They're like, bingo.
Some dude, fucking Jimmy works there, just likes to throw plastic in people's bowls.
Weird.
He
Jimmy
comes on, then he likes to look the reviews later. Funny. Funny.
sitting down with the boss. He goes, Jimmy, we love you. You're great. Like your personality's great. You
Yeah.
get your work done on time.
Yeah.
You always show up on time. You got to put plastic. Or
I
you
know
got
you
to
think
stop
it's funny.
putting plastic into the fucking bowls.
It could actually hurt somebody.
Come on.
Come on, but the reviews are so good.
Let's go watch the surveillance footage. Come on.
Come on,
See what's funny. Because they go like this. They go, ow.
Get it?
Get it? Because I did it. I hurt them.
They're surprised.
Guess the way my dad hurt me.
Some
Jimmy.
deep thing, Jimmy.
Jimmy, goddamn.
Jimmy, get some therapy.
Get some therapy, buddy. Go home for today.
This next one is, I love little ma and pa hole in the wall places that are like little family places. They're a little beat up, maybe a little dirty, but the food is delicious.
Yeah.
And sometimes those places are cash only. I've been to a lot of those places around the country.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little cash only hole in the wall.
Still here. There's cash only here too as well.
Hudson's exactly.
Hudson's.
This was like a Hudson's. This was like the Mexican version of Hudson's. Instead of the hamburgers, they got the tacos.
Okay.
And that's basically all you can get. So it's El Pollo Supremo. Reviews overall, really good. 4.5 out of 5, 305 reviews. And this place, it seemed like a husband and wife working there when me and Harry Riley, the guys working with, went in there. And it's very limited menu. It's like you can have chicken or beef, just one of those two. And then other than that, it's just like how much chicken you can get, how much beef you can get. You need a couple tortillas, and then you can, if you want a side, you can get like a side of beans, a side of rice, and maybe like 2 other things, and that's it. There's very limited, but they have excellent chicken, excellent beef. But here's this person, Kirk B, really hates their cash only policy. What a joke! I was really looking forward to eating here. Who would have thought that in this day and age? I already don't like him. That any business would not accept debit or credit cards. Cash and check only. Who in the hell carries either of those around anymore? If you make the drive like I did, just walk around the corner and go to Otto's Pizza and Pastry. They are up to date with the times and have killer food. Sorry, El Crazy Pollo Supremo, but your owners need to wake up and realize it's 2022. And then he did a weird thing where he did ... an exclamation point.
He did that a couple
twice.
times, yeah.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Wake up, this gas leak. Kirk B, you need to wake up and fucking check your punctuation if you're going to start calling out other people for waking up.
Oh, god damn. We've talked about that in the past where you should know. And if not, a lot of times those places are super cool about you leaving and coming back and giving them money. Because they know, like, hey, sorry, we know it's an inconvenience.
Right.
And that listen, for us to launder money successfully,
right. Listen,
we can't go with the times.
Right.
What's his name? Kirk?
Yeah, Kirk.
Kirk, we can't. We can't do that because then our families all die.
That's what it always reads to me. It's like, we don't want to pay taxes. I'm like, yeah, go for it, man.
Go.
I love those places. I fucking hate paying taxes.
How you pulling this off?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Good job.
There's a place, Tito's Taco, and it's like been cash only forever. And I'm always like, it appeals to me. I'm like, yeah, fucking get them, guys.
Take them down.
Take that fucking cash.
Hit them once for me.
Hide it.
Hit them once for Danny.
And this is person, I just hate people who, in this day and age, it just reads a certain type of person to me. And then combined with the Spanglish, which always annoys me. Sorry, El Crazy Pollo Supremo. Well, you should go with Loco if you're going to go with fucking...
You should know that one.
Yeah, you should know. That's a pretty common one. If you're going to go...
Crazy-o Supremo.
El Crazy-o Supremo Chicken-o. You fucking dickhead.
Dickhead-o?
Okay, Cassandra R, 1 star. We came to visit from California and decided to go to this place because it was somewhere we used to go. As we pulled up, they ran to the front, put the close sign up, and turned the open sign off.
That's good.
I know, that's what I thought. We thought, oh man, oh well. But as I looked towards the window to see the hours, the quote, chef is waving us away like a go away move. Pretty childish, and that's fine. We'll take our money somewhere else. Okay, I'm not actually too mad at them for giving the 1 star. I just thought that was funny.
Right.
I just think
I'd be probably a little pissed too.
I'd be a little pissed too.
Especially if it was like way before.
Yes.
I would understand if they shut it on like 10, 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there anymore. I'm like,
Right.
God damn it.
Yeah. So I'm not faulting Cassandra for the 1 star. I just think what the person working did, pretty fucking funny.
It's so funny.
Just to run up there, flip it around, and then also be like, get the fuck out of here. Go on, get.
Save yourself.
Get out of here.
I'm doing you a favor. Make some weird situation where you make them, you're the hero.
Right.
There's a guy in here with a gun.
Yeah.
There's a guy in here with a fucking gun.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about me. Save yourself.
Don't call the police. I'll handle it. Just get out of here.
Save yourself. He's got all the tacos. And he's got a fucking gun. Go.
Get out of here.
Just go away.
Okay, Joe C. 1 star, obviously.
That's me.
Well, I guess if you want to order for pickup, you are SOL. Lady picked up the phone, said, hold on, came back on and said, what you want? I started to tell her what I like, and she said, no. And
This reminds me of the Renoso.
yep, it does. That's what made me think of too, and hung up on me. Guess my money's no bueno here.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good job, Joe.
If the customer service is lacking, I'm not going to risk if they care about how my food is being prepared. On to the next place. Who wants customers? Hasta la vista, pollo.
You dumb shit.
Joe C should hang out with Kirk B.
Right.
Joe C and Kirk B.
You don't care, yo, about my money-o.
Right.
Come on, get out of here, fucking bitch.
4 people found it funny.
Yeah, well.
One person found it useful.
So did we.
No one found it cool.
No one found it cool. Not cool at all. Oh, man, that was funny.
I just love, and again, I don't like the way Joe wrote this review. This is personality quirks there. But yeah, I mean, you get hung up on. I get it. I get being a little annoyed. And
No.
I just think it's pretty funny. No. Click.
All right.
All right. That's how they fucking operate. Last one. This guy really, really rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, Toby D. If you believe the 5-star reviews on this dive, you are El Schmucko Supremo.
What the fuck? Man, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
El Schmucko
Schmucko.
Supremo. You are El Schmucko Supremo, Toby D. Now I am truly convinced that Yelpers in the Tempe area either have no taste buds or give 4 to 5 stars to immigrant restaurant owners out of patronizing liberal sympathy.
What?
What is wrong with you people? This is a filthy little luncheonette serving up chicken that is too dry to swallow and beef that is so tough you can't even chew it. I thought it was fucking delicious, and so did Harry. They give you a little salsa on your plate and charge you for tiny pre-filled cups if you want any extra. The woman behind the counter was utterly unfriendly and did nothing but jabber in Spanish with the cook, caring nothing about whether I was happy with my food or needed anything else. Well, how fucking needy are you, Toby?
I came here for conversation.
I can't.
And tacos.
And it's super cheap, by the way. It is super cheap. You get like a plate, like a huge plate of food for like $9 or something. That's like you could like do 2 meals out of.
Sure.
And Toby D's like, "What do you want, a fucking red carpet? Are you happy, sire?
Toby's here.
Toby's here, everybody.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. They have like a little triangle.
No-
Step aside. Toby's here.
No jibber jabber in Spanish, everyone. Toby prefers English.
Put your Spanish away. Hide your Spanish.
Oh my God. And so this place does not qualify as a restaurant, Mexican or otherwise. The lack of authentic, non-chain Mexican food in Arizona, particularly Tempe, is shameful, tragic, and pathetic. What disappoints all newcomers to Arizona, really all of them, is finding out that the state's proximity to Mexico and its large Mexican population has not resulted in it being a place where one can find great Mexican food. What the fuck? The whole state? The whole state. You've been to every single Mexican restaurant.
And talk to everybody.
And literally all of Arizona. The fucking verdict's in. Went to every restaurant, talked to every customer. Everyone hates it.
Right. Worst Mexican food they've ever had. And they're surprised because of
Nothing-
how close we are.
Nothing but El Schmuckos Supremos.
Right.
Oh,
That's the name of his poll.
that's the name of his bowl. And then I just look at Toby D's profile picture, and he has the fucking most punchable face.
Bring it up. Okay.
Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Toby D. You do not have a likable face at all.
Somebody found that last review cool, though, which I always appreciate. There's a lot of funny and then one cool. Hey, how many 1 stars does he have?
Oh my God. Sort
So
by
204 reviews for Toby D.
Oh my God. Okay, his most recent one just from the other day. 2 stars.
As soon as I walked in.
Okay, he's got some 5 stars in there. Okay, so, but how many reviews does he have? Oh, 204. Let's see oh God.
Funny.
Sort by rating. There we go.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, so there's
So
5 stars. He's got some 5 stars. Okay, he dishes out. Let's go to the
Dude,
end.
this guy has more fucking pages than a Google search.
Oh my God, he does have so many pages.
Jesus
Oh my God.
Christ.
At least 13 pages of reviews.
Every
Nope, there's
meal
gonna be
he's ever
more.
eaten.
Jesus Christ. We're at 17 pages of reviews now. 21. Oh my God. So from at least 17, okay, to at least, I'm going to see how far back it goes. So for 21 pages of these are all just the 1 stars. Okay,
Yep.
so 21 is where it starts. And then we start at 16. Okay. So that's where it starts. He gets into the 1 stars at 16. He has roughly 5 pages of 1-star reviews.
Big scrollable pages.
Oh my God, lots of there's different all caps, there's quotes.
Oh, what's one of those? Any short ones that are good? What's he saying down there on that guy?
He had previous reviews.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Let's see a short find where it's not like a big paragraph. He likes to leave long ones.
Well, yeah, clearly. Look at this fucking profile picture.
Okay, he left a kind of a short one here on Native Grill and Wings. Their wings are tiny, much smaller than KFC and not nearly as good as Vicenzia's. Their pizza is similar to Domino's. The waitstaff is the worst, terribly disorganized, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Real dumb, gee whiz, I don't know attitudes. Just a lousy sports bar, not a place for good food or service. I'm going to bet my fucking life that Toby D went to the overwhelming majority of these places alone.
Oh, yeah.
Toby D is not going with a group of 4 or more friends. Toby D is fucking sitting alone, hating life, doesn't understand why everyone fucking hates his guts because he's a pompous prick.
He's a famous reviewer.
He's a famous reviewer.
And no one knows about him.
No one knows about him. Oh, Toby.
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 Well, that was fun.
Okay, good.
Fucking, yeah, Toby.
Fucking Toby D.
Tobio Revuo.
El Schmucko Supremo.
Schmucko Supremo. All right, well, let's turn it around with some happy stuff.
Okay.
All right, let's roll it right now.
Sliver of hope.
And this is a pretty fun one. Pretty fun story here. And it was sent in by dummy Jess. But an intern blamed for HBO Max email snafu receives outpouring of support online.
Oh, I don't know this story.
So this is pretty good. It's pretty funny. So after Warner Media blamed an unnamed intern for an errant test email message sent out by HBO Max subscribers this week, the internet responded with a flood of good vibes, supporting him. So HBO Max wrote, mistakenly sent out an empty test email to a portion of our HBO Max mailing list. We apologize for the inconvenience. And as the jokes pile in, yes, it was an intern. No, really. And we're helping them through it. So it tells you that the email itself, so what it said, subject line said, integration test email number 1. And then in the body of the email, it said, this template is used by integration tests only. And that's all that, like...
Man, thank God they didn't write something weird in there. Because I've done that with test emails. Just like put like a dick pic or just something absurd.
Well, I mean, think about just last week. I was uploading the most recent Time Suck episode.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you're there before me and you get to write in the episode description.
Oh, yeah.
And this time I was there before you.
Yep.
So in all the boxes I had like shit, dick, pussy,
Yep,
penis.
exactly.
And like you have to go back and delete all the words.
Right.
But it's just a little funny way to make you laugh when you get in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I was not sending the email. Because I absolutely, my signature would have been a fucking big old dick.
Just a gif of a fucking dick flopping around. Just goes out to all of their subscribers.
Did this work? Did this work?
Do you like this?
So anyway, people wrote back. Monica Lewinsky, one of them, said, "Dear intern, it gets better. P.S. Don't wear a beret for a while, okay?" Making fun of herself. But
that's pretty funny.
There's some pretty good ones in here. It says, "Dear intern, when I was 25, I made a PDF assigning each member or each employee to a Muppet that they reminded me of the most. I meant to send it to my work friend, but I accidentally sent it to the entire company. My supervisor, Beaker, wanted to fire me, but the owners, Bert and Ernie, intervened."
That's really funny.
Then, dear intern, it's an email. At least you didn't erase the entire community access TV station's Chiron graphics archive on accident. And I believe Chiron is like trademark, right?
No, Chiron is the little infographic,
like the branding,
branding that shows up on screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it says, signed, a broadcast engineer who once erased all of the Chiron graphics at the community access TV station by accident when he was an intern.
God, so they had to rebuild him from scratch.
And then we'll read one more here. But Cassie wrote, "Dear intern, I was using my desktop calendar to make a monthly note of when I started my menstrual period. But after several months, I realized I was making that note on the calendar I shared with all my colleagues company-wide. I was 37 years old."
That's funny.
That's funny.
I love people being like, hey, you know, don't worry about it. I did worse.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've nothing that embarrassing, but I remember for a long time, I didn't realize that I had like put like my dentist appointment. I thought I was putting it on my own fucking calendar.
Yeah.
And it was just like on our company calendar.
Oh yeah, we've had syncing problems. Where it's like, I
was like, what the fuck? Like, it just showed up. I was like, God damn it.
I never sent out a mistaken email, but when I was an intern, I think technically that was like a paid internship, I think is what it was, at Child Protective Services. And I did something really stupid looking back that I didn't get fired for, but I had to get a talking to and should have had a talking to. But there was a big dry erase board just kind of like when you walk into this main sea of cubicles by the supervisor's desk. And I would hear the social workers like making fun of their clients all the time. Like, it's kind of how they dealt with the stress.
Okay.
They would try and help these people, but then when they would hang up the phone, they'd be like, that, you know, I mean, just say shit like, that fucking dumb crackhead bitch. Like, that was this woman, Tracy, would say shit like that all the time. But then she was also the sweetest social worker trying to help, but she was so frustrated. And so dark humor flew around the office.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand that, like, sometimes clients would come in there. So what I did on the dry erase board is I made a cartoon of some fucking client doing meth or whatever like that, but like really insulting to if you're one of those clients. And then somebody came in and saw it, and like, and they were like, "Dude, fucking people come in here, like
that's not funny,
right? Not funny at all to them." So that was like the closest I came. Where I was like, "Oh, this is actually not inside humor." I put it in a place where everyone could see it.
I have sent out a test email on accident because I used to do the email letters for Rock 94.5, the radio station I worked at. And I thought I selected the test group and I just fucked up and sent out, like, I was just like testing graphics and shit.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure they were loading correctly because sometimes when you send it, like they don't actually end up showing up Which are
Right.
not saved in the right spot.
Yeah.
Or the file's too big. So I just went to send a test one to myself and I sent it to everybody. Like
Okay.
all of our listeners.
Okay.
So it was like 50,000 people.
So you did this?
Yeah. But I didn't say anything cool on it. I wish it did.
Right. Which was kind of like what this person did.
Right.
Yeah.
But like they got like announcements for contests that were coming up that we hadn't announced yet.
Oh, that's
And I
funny.
was like, God damn it.
So you blew all the contests.
Sure. And then, of course, the email that I thought I was emailing just my boss
Yeah.
in radio, but I didn't notice that the label rep was on there, and they sent over the song. I shared this
Oh
on the...
yeah, you told. Wait,
a long
did you
time
share
ago.
that here though?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I know you've shared that, which is so funny. It was I'm not the one.
Oh, Godsmack?
Was that the band?
I don't know if that was the email. I got... Maybe it was.
It was like their new
I know
album.
the interview with Godsmack. Was that it?
I thought it was like their new album.
I was like, oh, this is shit.
And this is
And it was
shit.
their label rep.
Yep. I think that's what I thought it was.
And I remember I sent it, and I didn't even know he was on it. And then as soon as it's over, it was like within a minute, my boss was behind me and he goes, dude. I was like, what? He goes, blah, blah, blah was on that email. And I'm like, oh shit.
Fuck.
He's like, you can't do that. No, he's like, just come say it to me in person. Because I'm right down the hall.
Yep.
He goes,
Yep.
don't do that. I'm like, oh, goddamn.
Not in writing.
Not in writing. So now I work here and that's easier. He's like, I don't think you'd fire me for doing something like that.
No.
You'd be like, Joe, that's stupid.
Ah, come on.
Do it again. Okay, let's take a look at something found on the internet. It's
Okay.
going to make you laugh. Let's do it now.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek, together, as a couple. To you, from internet.
Sent in by dummy Cassie.
Cassie.
And this is an Etsy shop called O Stuffanel. Anyway, takes rats and turns them into strippers.
That is so
Or a mouse.
specific.
Yeah, so you can get like a taxidermied mouse. Is taxidermied a word?
Yeah.
It is now. A taxidermied mouse that you'll put on a stripper pole with the tail like around it. Here you can
my
see like the
God.
Dirty Dancing lift.
Yep.
That two mice are doing. And then, but the majority of it is just strippers or mice and like funny dancing with hoops that are lighting up.
Oh, that's so funny.
Here's one saving the other one off the shelf.
Yeah, so they have some non-exotic dancer poses.
But for the most part,
Yoga. The bottom one,
got some yoga mat shit.
the mouse is doing yoga.
How ridiculous is this?
That's so funny.
But I mean,
They're so good, too.
I know.
Like the taxi, at least in these pictures, it looks like they're still alive.
what a mess.
Weird.
What would your response be if you walked into a house and they had a mouse on a stripper pole?
I would think it was so funny. Some people get really grossed out by mice. I don't care about them.
They're only $110. Yeah, they are really cool. You got to go check it out. Looks like they're well made. Has a 907 shop reviews. It's 5 stars. So obviously quality content that they're
Could that be
making here.
real? Could it like it says on Etsy, 3,316 sales.
I bet.
So they sold that many of these mice.
And it doesn't have to be the only thing that they make.
What a weird side hustle.
So there is that too, but it looks like that is all that they make.
I mean, I hope that is what it is. I hope they've made, I don't know, roughly $40,000 selling, stuffed mice.
I know.
Various poses.
There's business everywhere, isn't there? An opportunity.
What a weird thing where it's like that you do, where like your friend's like, hey man, you want to go out and grab some drinks? I can't. I'm so backed up.
So what do you got going on?
I gotta get like 30 mice out tomorrow. I gotta get 30 taxidermy mice on stripper poles by tomorrow morning.
If I look at the earlier things that she sold, it looks like they did not start out as strippers, but then they morphed into that. So
Well, I bet those sell better.
yeah. Anyway, I thought that was great.
Ooh. Oh, zombie mouse. That's pretty creepy. Dead mouse, and then they got like fake blood all over the mouse's face.
Item is unavailable. They kicked me out.
Oh, okay.
Because that one's already sold.
It's gone.
So I can't go
It's
look
gone.
at it. Yeah. But thanks for sending that in, Cassie. It's been a while since we ventured into the weird shit on Etsy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear from a couple of our dummies with junk mail.
It's junk mail.
Are you ready to hear from a couple dummies?
I am.
Okay. This is coming in from Dummy James,
Okay.
who writes, Dummies and Merch Masters. I recently became a proud owner of the Stop Sign Guy shirt. Wake up. After showing it off to my wife, her response was, you can't wear that in public, like to the airport or to the parks, picking up your daughter from school, etc. Or everybody's just going to think you're walking around crop dusting them. And you're the gas leak.
You're the gas leak? I wouldn't have thought of that.
Explaining, no, see, he's got a stop sign for a face and he keeps telling people there's a gas leak and then they think they're hallucinating. Get it? The stop sign face thing made me laugh so hard while driving that I thought I almost had to pull over. Then thinking about the idea of me just walking around businesses trying to subtly warn people about a gas leak with my shirt also made me laugh even harder, which is pretty good.
That is good.
If you're just shopping and someone's like, psst, psst, or pops through the shelf or through the clothes rack.
Right.
Shh, there's a gas leak. Wake up. Careful. Wake up. There's a gas leak. I'd get out of here if I was you. And then that's it. And you disappear back through the clothing rack.
Oh my God.
What the fuck? They never see you again. You duck all the way out and that's it. You have to leave immediately after though.
Yes.
They have to watch and they're like, fuck, is there a gas leak?
I know, because I thought about doing that if you were an employee of someplace, but no, because then they would go tell on you. Because I just thought about how, when I used to stock the beer cooler at a grocery store in high school, and then when somebody was opening up the cooler, you could be
grab their hand.
Yeah, you could grab their hand. You could be behind their half rack and then say something if you wanted. But that would be so fun to do at least once, where they just grab their half rack. Wake up, there's a gas leak.
Or the cliche in a library where they pull the book out,
yeah.
and you're like, wake up, there's a gas leak, popping through the. Like, what the fuck? And then
That's where you do it.
Plenty of places to hide.
Yep.
And you just go hide somewhere else and like, what the fuck? And that's it. And never see them again.
What a weird thing for the library staff when they're trying to figure out who keeps telling all the other customers that there's a gas leak. Like they're trying to track down someone who hides behind the books. And when someone picks a book off the shelf, they tell them that there's a gas leak.
And you have little disguises. Like you go out of your way to make yourself not look like you. And then you sneak away and rip off your mask so you never get caught.
Oh my God. Just because it'll probably never come up again. When the library at Gonzaga, maybe it's still called Foley Library. It was when I was there, and I worked there, my little work study job. At the time and this was written up in the Gonzaga Bulletin, the little paper, there was somebody who kept jerking off in the library and looking at people through the cracks.
Yikes.
While they were jerking. They called him the Foley masturbator, and they never caught him.
Wow.
But it went on for months. Like there was another fucking strike of just some dude fucking walking, just hiding behind, and then just
another priest. Another goddamn priest in the library.
That would be funny. Who was it? Oh,
Who lost your priest?
It was your English lit professor.
Right. It was all of them.
It was Father Ryan.
It was actually all of them. Oh, okay. Cool. They get to do that. So anyway, it says, also, alternative universe theory. What if stop sign face guy really does exist, and he's the one that asked Dan, you going to bed soon? And gave him drugs so that he wouldn't go to sleep.
Oh, no.
With the cocaine story in the alley.
Oh, God.
Because he didn't want you to go to sleep because it was a fucking gas leak. Oh. And Dan was just too drunk and you didn't remember.
Oh, no.
So
lucky to be alive.
Maybe he's helping you out. Anyway, forgive me for the long, rambling email. I'm a huge fan of the show, Dan, and stand-up in general. You guys never disappoint. I've been catching up on the backlogs of Is We Dumb and Time Suck during my 2-hour one-way commute.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you all for all the hard work you put in and bringing laughter to each other and to other people, which I think we can all agree we desperately needed these last 2 years.
Yes.
All email responses cost $5. God damn it. Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
He didn't check for shoes, though. So I'm not paying him shit.
Okay, then no $5.
No $5 for you. And then our second piece of junk mail this week is coming in from dummy Corey, who writes, "Hey, Dan and Joe." Hey, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
I'm going back through listening to old episodes and came across the Check for Shoes episode. Laughed my ass off again, by the way. But in that episode, you guys talked about manhandling things, and then you wanted to hear a story of dumb manhandling things.
Okay.
And he wrote, that sentence sounds dumb. It does. Anyway, my wife and I were trying to put together a playpen for our son quite a few years ago. The fabric for the specific playpen did not want to seem to fit into the frame. I've been there. I tried manhandling this fabric onto the frame for at least 2 hours, and it would not fit. Finally, I got the idea, flip it over in the other direction and pull it towards myself instead of trying to push it onto the frame.
Okay.
In the process of doing so, my wife told me, and I quote, "You need to be careful or you're going to punch yourself in the face."
Oh boy.
I was so pissed at this point. I looked at her and I said, "No, I'm not going to no, I'm not going to. I'm going to get this motherfucker on here," and I never even finished my sentence because my hand slipped off and I ended up punching myself in the mouth, busting my lip wide open.
Holy shit, a hard punch to the face.
I then proceeded to grab the frame of the playpen and throw it across the room, putting a hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Deserved.
And my wife says, "Great, not only is there a hole in your head, there's now a hole in the wall. Way to go, dipshit." I told her, "Fuck that thing, take it back." My daughter at the time was nearly 8 years old, proceeded to grab the fabric and place it on the playpen with ease. So he was doing something wrong. Thank you guys for entertaining us all, dummy Corey.
That's awesome, Corey. That's funny.
I've done that with a tent, for sure. When you're trying to pop a fucking...
Mm-hmm.
And you just you have the wrong pole, but instead of just being like, "Oh, I messed up.
Right.
I better switch all
Just
these
force
out."
it?
Yeah, you just force it in and end up snapping it.
Yep.
I've done that.
Yeah, I think I've finally learned on things to like, okay, slow down. Now I've kind of like, I feel like I finally figured out recently, it's like, okay, if it really has to be forced, probably not doing it right. And at least normally I need at least take a pause now, like, wait a minute.
This is way too hard.
I feel like I shouldn't have to do this much work to get this two pieces together.
I shouldn't have to be be able to bench press 700 pounds.
Right. I shouldn't have to
put this playpen together.
Be a competitor in the metric strongman competitions.
Right. I shouldn't have to be the mountain put this playpen together.
I love the extra touch of the 8-year-old being like, this is how you do it.
Right.
He's doing it just fine.
Check this out. That's Ezra for me. 100%. He's fixed so much
he's so
shit.
good at that stuff. Funny.
I know. When our snowblower exploded, he knew exactly how to fix it.
That's awesome.
Fucking wild. But I always remember when people talk about manhandling stuff.
Yeah.
Is the vision, the story that you told about trying to fix the fan.
Oh my God.
And then fell through the plastic.
Yep. Yeah, and fell through the chair like it broke, cut my leg, punched the fan.
God damn, I want to be there so bad because that would have made me so happy. All right, well, that's show 91.
That was a fun one.
We're wrapping it up right now. Logan, you're out there. And you
I
produced
sure
it,
am.
and then you directed it.
Yes, I did.
Fucking nailed it, bro.
Thank
and
you.
then got the new pop art, Is We
yes.
Dumb merch.
Very
You got
cool.
the mug, got the t-shirt. Go check it out right now. Pick up one of them, or both of them.
Or both of them.
Just go to iswedumb.com or badmagicmerch.com. Want to follow us on our socials? Just look up Is We Dumb on Facebook and Instagram. And the video versions of all the shows, go to YouTube and type in Bad Magic Productions. I promise you can get there. And if you want to join our private Facebook group, just go on Facebook and search for Is We Dummies, moderated by Liz Hernandez and the All Seeing Eyes.
Yes.
Joke time.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. Just do it.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Wow, need that joke.
Sent in by dummy Richard.
Richard.
When is a boat wearable?
When is a boat wearable?
When it's capsized.
Okay.
Get it?
Pretty clever.
Okay.
Damn it. I was hoping I could come up with the nautical term.
I know.
And I couldn't.
You're like,
It's so obvious.
When it's motorboat.
When it's motorboated. when it's floating.
Right. When it's,
What?
When it's floating and you have shirts on. No.
Whenever it has a life vest.
What is a life vest? Nope. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bad Magic Productions.